You finally stop. The work is done. The room is quiet. And instead of relief, you feel wrong. Not tired. Not bored. Guilty. As if resting is something you're getting away with. As if you've forgotten something important. That feeling isn't random. And it's not weakness. But the reason it exists is deeper than most people realize. You tell yourself you'll rest after just one more thing. One more email. One more scroll. One more task to earn the break. When you do stop, your body sits down. But your mind stays standing. Thoughts start tapping you on the shoulder. You could be doing more. Other people are working right now. You didn't do enough today. Even rest becomes stressful. You don't enjoy it. You monitor it. You check the time. You calculate whether this break is justified. You half relax, half judge yourself. Time moves without you. Over time, this shapes your identity. You start seeing yourself as someone who is only acceptable when useful, only calm when productive, only worthy when exhausted. It affects decisions. You overcommit. You avoid downtime. You feel uneasy around people who seem relaxed. It affects relationships. You feel irritated when others rest easily, or ashamed when you can't. And slowly, a quiet belief forms. If I stop, something about me stops mattering. This isn't just stress. It's a psychological pattern, and it has a history. Here's the important reframe. You're not bad at resting. You're not undisciplined, and you're not broken. This guilt didn't appear randomly. It was learned. At some point, productivity became more than behavior. It became identity. Your brain adapted to an environment where doing meant safety, approval, stability. Rest, in contrast, became uncertain territory. So the guilt you feel isn't a flaw. It's an alarm, not because rest is dangerous, but because your brain learned that not producing once carried a cost. To understand how to change it, you have to understand how it formed. The brain doesn't track meaning. It tracks outcomes. When effort leads to praise, security, or belonging, the brain links effort with safety. Neuroscientifically, this involves the dopamine system. Not dopamine as pleasure, but dopamine as reinforcement. Your brain learned, when I do, I'm okay. Over time, this loop tightens. Rest doesn't trigger dopamine. It triggers uncertainty. And uncertainty activates the brain's threat systems, especially the anterior cingulate cortex, which monitors errors and something is wrong signals. So when you rest, your brain scans for problems. It's like a smoke detector that became too sensitive. Here's a simple mental model. Imagine your self-worth as a battery. Instead of charging during rest, it only charges during effort. So when you stop working, the battery doesn't recharge. It drains. Not because rest is bad, but because the wiring is wrong. And until that wiring changes, rest will feel uncomfortable. But here's the key. The brain can rewire. Just not through force, through precision. This isn't about learning to relax. It's about teaching your nervous system new associations. Here are 5 psychologically grounded steps. Step 1. Name the guilt without arguing with it. When guilt appears during rest, name it quietly. This is rest guilt. Labeling activates the prefrontal cortex, which reduces emotional intensity without suppression. You're not fighting the feeling. You're observing it. You're lying on the couch. The thought, I'm wasting time, appears. Instead of countering it, you say, noted, guilt signal. This creates distance, and distance creates choice. Step 2. Separate effort from worth. Choose one low-stakes moment to rest without justification. No productivity reward. No, I earned this. Why it works. Your brain updates beliefs through prediction errors. When rest doesn't lead to loss, the old rule weakens. Real-life example. You stop working at a normal hour. Nothing collapses. No one withdraws approval. The brain notices. Quietly. Step 3. Shorten rest before deepening it. Start with brief, intentional rest windows, 5 to 10 minutes. Why it works. Long rest triggers threat systems. Short rest stays under the alarm threshold. This is exposure therapy, but gentle. Real-life example. You sit by a window for 7 minutes. No phone, just breathing. The goal isn't relaxation, it's tolerance. Step 4. Attach rest to sensory safety. Pair rest with physical cues of safety, warmth, softness, slow movement. Softness and slow movement provide signals of security. Why it works. The vagus nerve responds to sensory signals faster than thoughts. You're teaching the body first. The mind follows later. Real life example. You drink something warm while resting, or stretch slowly on the floor. The body learns, this state isn't dangerous. Step 5. Redefine productivity internally. Redefine productivity as sustainable capacity, not output. Why it works. Identity-level beliefs change behavior more than rules. You're shifting the metric your brain optimizes for. Real-life example. Instead of asking, what did I do today? You ask, what state am I in for tomorrow? That question rewires motivation. Each of these steps works because they target learning, not willpower. And learning is how this pattern started, which means learning is how it ends. Here's the simple model to remember. Your guilt isn't a judge. It's a guard. It learned to protect you by keeping you in motion. But protection isn't the same as truth. When you rest without collapse, without rejection, without consequence, the guard slowly stands down. Not because you convinced it, but because you showed it evidence. Rest stops feeling wrong when it stops feeling risky. That's the real shift. One day, you'll rest and notice something different. Not pleasure, not happiness, but neutrality, the absence of guilt. And you'll realize your worth didn't disappear when you stopped moving. It never depended on motion to begin with. Rest isn't something you earn. It's something your nervous system relearns. And it starts the moment you stop treating guilt as truth and start treating it as history. That thought is worth sitting with.